Hello class! Once again, this is Teacher Sheila, your English teacher. Today, we are going to study about tenses and aspects of verbs. What is a verb? A verb is a word or a combination of words that indicates action or a state of being or condition. A verb is the part of a sentence that tells us what the subject performs. Examples: Pedro walks in the morning. Walks is a usual action. Mike is going to school. Is going a condition of action. Amy does not like to walk. Does not like is a negative action. Alice is a good girl. Is a state of being. Now, let's move on to the kinds of verb. Action words. These are words that expresses actions or movements. Examples: run, drive. He drives his car. Sing, jump. They jump out of the window. Fly, live. Birds are flying. Dance, cook. She likes to dance in the rain. Walk, attend. I will attend the party. Next, linking verbs. Linking verb is a verb that connects the subject with an adjective or noun that describes it. It is also called be verbs, which are am, is, are, was, and were. Other verbs which can work as linking verbs are act, feel, remain, appear, become, seem, smell, sound, grow, look, prove, say, taste, and turn. Examples: I am a singer. Am connects the subject I with the noun singer. She became angry. Became connects the subject she with the adjective angry. Amy turned red. Turned connects the subject Amy with the adjective red. Next, we have auxiliary verbs, also called helping verb. Is a verb that is used together with the main verb of the sentence to express the action. The main helping verbs are be verbs, am, is, are, was, were, do, did, have, has, and had. So, we have the main verb plus helping verb equals to a complete idea. We have eaten, have is a helping verb, and eaten is the main verb. They are used together to express the action. They are working. Are is a helping verb and working is the main verb. They are used together to express the action. Do you drink tea? Do is the helping verb and drink is the main verb. Now, let's move on to verb tenses and aspects. Tenses of the verb indicates the time of event or when did the action happens. It indicates past, present, and future actions. When we say aspects, it refers to the state of action of a verb and indicates the duration or completion of an event. Simple present tense. It expresses a habit or often repeated action. Adverbs of frequency such as often, seldom, sometimes, never, etc. are used with this tense. So we have the base form or ES form of the verb. Examples: she goes to work every day. Another, they always eat lunch together. This tense also expresses general truths or facts that are timeless. So, for the pattern, we have base form or S form of the verb. Examples: the weather gets cold in December. And water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Next, we have the present progressive. This tense is used to describe an ongoing action. At this moment, today, this year, etc. The action has begun and is still in progress. Examples: she is typing a paper for her class. Aling Sonia can't leave. She is cooking right now. This can also be used to describe an action that is occurring in the present but temporary. Example: John is living in Modesto, but he might move soon. Next, present perfect. The present perfect is used to talk about an event that began in the past and continues up to the present. Example: he has lived in Manila for 2 years. He began living in Manila for 2 years and he still lives there. The present perfect is also used to talk about an event that was completed in the past, but the specific time of the event is not mentioned. Examples: I have seen that movie before. Berta has just baked cookies. Number 4. Present perfect progressive. Expresses an action that is not yet completed or a situation or habit that began in the past and that continues up to the present. Examples: he has been studying grammar for an hour. She has been cooking all day. This tense is also used to describe events that have been in progress recently and are rather temporary. Example: she has been living in Manila for the last 2 months, but she plans to move soon. Number 5. Simple past. We use the simple past to indicate exactly when an action or event took place in the past. So for the past form of the verb, for regular, we have ed, d, ied. For irregular, we have changed to its form. Examples: I visited my sister yesterday. So, visited is a regular verb. We went out for dinner last night. So, went is an irregular verb. The simple past is used to describe actions and or events that are now completed and no longer true in the present. Examples: I attended the mass last Sunday. Attended is a regular verb. I saw a movie every weekend when I was a teenager. Saw is an irregular verb. Past progressive. The past progressive is used to talk about an activity that was in progress at a specific point of time in the past. The emphasis is on the duration of the activity in the past. So we have the be verb, was or were, plus ing form of the verb. Examples: I was studying for an exam while my mother was cooking dinner. Another example: we were walking in the park around 7 p.m. last night. The past progressive is often used with the simple past to show that one action was in progress when another action occurred. So we have the be or the be verb, was or were, plus ing form of the verb. Examples: I was taking a bath when the doorbell rang. And another example, they were eating dinner when the neighbors stopped for a visit. Past perfect. This tense describes completed events that took place in the past before another past event. Examples: the Titanic had received many warnings before it hit the iceberg. And I had already eaten when my friend stopped by to visit. Number 8, we have the past perfect progressive. This tense is used to emphasize the duration of an action that was completed before another action or event in the past. Example, she had been driving around the city for 3 hours before she finally found the right office. Number 9, simple future tense. Indicates an action that will occur in the future and that has no real connection with the present time. Examples, Shane will graduate in 3 years and I shall go home early. So we're going to use the will or shall plus the base form of the verb. Future tense. Will and be verbs plus going plus to are often used to describe future actions. So we have will or shall plus base form of the verb. Examples, Thomas will graduate in June and Maria is going to Mexico next week. The simple present and present progressive are also used to express future time. These are often used in connection with schedules. So we have will or shall plus base form of the verb. Example, she is meeting a new client at 11 o'clock and the train leaves at 6 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. Number 10, future progressive. It indicates an action that will occur in the future and that has no real connection with the present time. So we have the will or shall plus be verb plus ing form of the verb. Examples, I will be teaching English at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Next, they will be moving their furniture out of the house by the time you arrive tomorrow. Number 11, future perfect. This tense is used to describe an event or action that will be completed before another event or time in the future. So we have will or shall plus have plus past participle of the verb. Example, we will have finished the exam by the time class ends tomorrow. Number 12, future perfect progressive. This tense describes an action that has been in progress for a duration of time before another event or time in the future. We have the will or shall plus have plus been plus ing form of a verb. Example, by the time he finishes law school, we will have been living in the US for 8 years. And for structure or pattern, we have, for simple present tense, we have the base form or S or ES of the verb. For present progressive tense, we have the be verbs am, is, are, plus ing form of the verb. For the present perfect tense, we have the has or have, plus past participle form of the verb. And for present perfect progressive tense, we have has or have plus been plus ing form of the verb. For the simple past tense, we have the past form of the verb or d, ed, or changing y and add ed. For the past progressive tense, we have the be verbs was, were, plus ing form of the verb. For the past perfect tense, we have the had plus past participle of the verb. And for the past perfect progressive tense, we have the had plus been plus ing form of the verb. For the simple future tense, we have the will or shall plus root word of the verb. For the future progressive tense, we have the will or shall plus be plus ing form of the verb. And for the future perfect tense, we have the will or shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb. And for the future perfect progressive tense, we have the will or shall plus have plus been plus ing form of the verb. So, that's all for now. For the disclaimer, this video contains information published by the Department of Education in line with NEL. We do not assert ownership on the material being used. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.